Wednesday, boys. Whoa, frick, almost went off the road. And my camera's almost dead, so, you know, I make crap choices. What can I say? New battery, y'all. Just got a warning on my phone. It says tornado watch. Who the flip do they think they are? Telling me to watch something. I always think about that, you know. Is my water bottle? It sounded like the water bottle was draining back there. You know, I always think about that tornado watch every time I see it and I go, wow. Who could care, you know what I mean? And the tornado might come right through here. Might pick up my car, throw it in the air, might hit my home and rip it in half. What was I gonna do? You know what I mean? This is personally my own personal look on it. Obviously, some people are in Tornado Alley and they should be careful, but you know, I always think that. I go like, what am I gonna do, you know? Am I gonna go out there with a shotgun and be like, frick, I'm gonna kill this stinking tornado? And then just be out there blasting. And then the tornado's gonna drop dead and I'm gonna mount it on my wall and be like, yeah, that's the nader I shot back in 06. I'm getting a call. Yellow. Okay, cool. Okay. Yeah. My sister. Anyways, yeah. So if we really put into perspective, what was I gonna do anyways? Now you're like, Justin, tornado might come through. Shouldn't you seek shelter? I have a rebuttal to that. No. My plan is this has happened before. I've had some pretty serious winds when I've been running in tornado watches, and there's culverts everywhere. I'll crawl into a culvert. Pray that I don't get sucked out like diarrhea. But that's kind of it, man. I mean, an excuse not to run would be sweet. Like, holy cow, like if I was woke up in a field somewhere where I got sucked up by a tornado, if I survived, and I had like broken all my limbs, and they were in a tornado and they came and interviewed me in the hospital, I'd be like, liable excuse not to run? Heyo. That's about the only excuse I can think of. Like, I wrecked my gas-powered longboard and had road rash up my back, on my arm. Sweat would get into it and just sting so bad, dude. I remember the pain of it. I mean, when I first took a shower after getting the road rash, I'm talking the most insane pain you've ever felt. Like I just couldn't even, not like a deep tissue pain, but like just like this, just someone's taking like a little rake with little nails and just going like this on your back. Just absolute agony. And I was running with that, and the day of, like I wrecked, and I believe the same day I was running that night. And then I ran the next day, and I just kept running. Like, that wasn't a big enough excuse for me to quit. I got my wisdom teeth pulled. That was a little bit more of an excuse because I didn't want to get dry socket or whatever. And so I asked the dentist, and she said, you probably have about 3 days. And I said, okay, 3 days. She thinks I'm a normal person, so that really judges that down to about 2 days. I'll take 1 day off. I'm a third more insane than the average person, I'd say. So I'm like, we'll add that on top of that. I ran 2 days later and it really hurt, and I stopped. I only ran like a mile, and then I was like, oh, frick this. And I waited, then I had to wait like a week because, yeah, that really hurt. And I was like, no, I cannot run with mouth pain. I couldn't do it. I could run with the other pain, but the mouth pain, that killed me. So that's pretty much it. Not literally killed me, figuratively, I'm still here. But as you can see, I am not dead.
And as you can see, I am not dead.
So yeah, so that would be a pretty good excuse not to have to run if a tornado just came barreling down here, but obviously it's not. Obviously, we have been wasting a frick ton of time here. And I should have already been running by now. So, yeah, what are you going to do? I am sweating already and I haven't even run 1 inch. So, that should be a little preview of what's going to happen here today. Except today, I have some cool waters. Normally when I run, I come back and my water's all as warm as pee because it has sat in the sun for an hour. This time, strategy, I have 2 cold water bottles sitting in a cooler. I don't know if you guys know what a cooler is, but I've recently discovered them. They basically keep things cool. And apparently I've never put 2 and 2 together and said, oh, maybe I'll just put my waters in a cooler when I go running. So, now that we've figured out this new discovery that's recently come out, I can now come back to cool, like, you know, as long as it's not freaking warm. I normally don't drink cold water. I normally don't put ice in my water or anything like that. I don't like drinking super cold water. I like drinking just, you know, not room temperature, a little bit colder than room temperature, but water. You know, I like that nice, you know, I like to be able to drink a lot at once. But man, I'll tell you what, I've come back off some runs and I'm drinking some water that's almost made me cry. It was so warm. I was on the verge of tears, just being like, oh. Just, I mean, frick, man, just depressing to think about. Can't even, like, it's just, oh my goodness, man, I'm gonna cry just thinking about it. But that's pretty much all I have to say. As you can see, I'm like, sweat's like pouring off my face. I was checking the mirror to see if I was just hallucinating, but I've already got the glint of sweat, man. Frick. I mean, like, that was on my face. Okay, y'all. In the khaki shorts, in the big shirt. Let's knock out 8 miles. I'll see you guys in a little bit. 8 miles. I mean, the last 2 miles were rough. I had to walk most of them. I don't know if it's because these freaking shorts were weighing me down, man. I'm talking, they're fully sweated up. That's what they look like. That little gray right there and that little gray right there. All the rest of that, swamp butt. It's rough out here, dude. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed behind me, but doesn't that look weird? Maybe that tornado warning is real. Maybe I should have listened. Who knows? Dry myself off. Woo! Oh, by the way, here's the run times. Boom, boom. Ooh, increased VO2 max, 840 mile pace. That's not bad. I'll take that for what I was doing out there. The abysmal effort that was being put in. Heck yeah. Let's get a drink going, huh? After I talked about these cold water bottles we got, I'll tell you what, guys, I was thinking about them the whole time. Not the whole time, but most of the time I was like, can't wait to get back to them. Cold bottle of water. I'm pumped up. I also have tea at home, so I forgot about that till right now. That tastes so good, thank God. That hits the spot. Could have used one of these bad boys at mile 6, that's for sure. Woo! Ooh. Make sure no one's held me while I was running. Nope, no calls. Surprise, surprise. Dang, man, this thing's freaking out.